Hello guys, here is a live analysis on gold Xauusd. By live analysis I mean this is an analysis you can use to make some decent profit in the next couple of weeks, because I will be giving my analysis on what might be playing out in the markets in the next couple of weeks and what trading opportunities you ought to be looking out for. Okay, take note guys, this is a top-down analysis and I'm giving you clues on how best you should and can analyze the markets, because the best analysis will most likely result in more winning trades. The better your analysis, the higher the chances your trades will end in profit. So yeah, this is simply top-down analysis, and by top-down analysis we mean multi-time frame analysis, where you want to get lots of confluence from different time frames. You want different time frames to be saying the same thing, the very same thing. And here what we do is we get the direction of the market from the monthly, the weekly and the daily time frames. The direction of the market is determined from the monthly, the weekly and the daily time frame, and then we get our entries from the 4 hours time frame and smaller time frames. I personally prefer getting my entry from the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, that's what we do. So we will start all the way from the monthly time frame, and we want to have the monthly, the weekly and the daily in confluence, saying the same thing. Yes, that's what we want to do. Yes, this is our monthly time frame, so let's see what has been playing out for the last couple of months and weeks and years, so to say. Yes, let's in a recap from what we've been discussing in the last 2 videos about market structure, we could see price having a shift of structure. We could see price having a shift of structure somewhere around the 1st of February 2016. Somewhere around the 1st of February 2016, we could see price having a shift of structure from the downtrend to an uptrend. Price pretty much has been on an uptrend in the gold pair from way back 1st of September 2011, with price making series of higher highs and higher lows, and then there was a shift of structure in the markets around the 1st of February 2016. You can see that from the white or vertical lines drawn here. And then what I mean by change in structure, let me simply do a recap. We've been on a downtrend with price making series of, this was the highest point gold got to. That's like the highest point gold has ever gotten to. And then we could see gold now makes a new low that is lower than the previous low, which is a lower low. I'm very sorry about that. Right from this point, we see clearly gold makes a, let me take this line out now guys. We could clearly see the highest point gold has ever been to, somewhere around sometime around 1st of September 2011. That was the highest point gold has ever been to. That was the record breaking high of gold. And then from that point we had a swing low, and then we had another swing high, and then we had another swing low. So we can now see gold making series of higher highs and higher lows, which is a confirmation of our downtrend. And then gold makes a swing high, which is a lower high, and then this is an equal lower low. This is an equal lower low, but we still got gold here making another high that is lower than the previous high, which is a lower high. And then we have a swing low. This low is lower than the previous lows, so gold is still very much in a downtrend. And then we got another low, a new low that is a new high that is lower than the previous high, a new lower high, and then a new lower low, and then a new lower high. Take note guys, and then a new lower low. Take note of the most recent lower high, sometime around the most recent lower high before this change in structure, before the shift in structure, sometime around 1st of October 2015. Price made the most recent lower high, and then if we would have expected price to still respect the downtrend that has been forming from way back 2011 all through 2015, we would have expected price to keep trading below the most recent swing low, the most recent lower high. Yeah, we said that in our previous videos. So yes, at this point, as long as price keeps trading below this point, we are very much still in a downtrend. We're very much still expecting price to respect our downtrend. But then after price came and make the most recent swing low, the most recent lower low, we can now see price came back upwards, and then price takes out the most recent lower high. Price takes out the most recent lower high, and then makes a what? Makes a higher low, makes a new high that is higher than the most recent lower high. So yes, at this point we can see that yes, the market structure has most likely been validated. Yes, because price now has taken out what? The most recent lower high and has made a new high that is higher than the most recent lower high. Price has made a new higher high, and then because this is merely just a sign, this is merely price giving us a sign, we would wait to get a confirmation. And by a confirmation, I mean we would want to see price now, after giving us a new high, we would want to see price now after giving us a new high that is higher than the most recent lower high, which is now a new higher high. We would now want to see price give us a low that is higher than the previous low. That would be our confirmation of the shift in market structure from the downtrend to the uptrend. Yes, that would be our confirmation. Guys, remember I said the fact that price took out the most recent lower high and made a higher high is merely just a sign that the market structure might be changing. The confirmation will be price giving us a what? A new low that is indeed higher than the most recent low, which is now what? A higher low. And yes, of course, price did that. Price did that at this point, and then we got another high, and then we can see price come back to give us a new low, even if we would have expected price to give us a low that is higher than the previous low. But we can see that price is still giving us a low that is higher than our most recent invalidated swing low. So yes, we could say very much the trend shift is very much still intact. the trend shift from the downtrend, downtrend to the uptrend is very much still intact. We could say that. And then price now comes to give us another high, which is an equal higher high. We would have expected price to give us an high that is higher than the most recent swing high, but price now comes and gives us an equal higher high. But then take note, I just wanted to quickly point out the change in structure that took place here in the market from the downtrend to the uptrend. And then let's get back to our analysis. That aside, let's get back now to our analysis. I'm very sorry I digressed. Let's get back to our analysis. Yes guys, let's get back to our analysis. So here we can clearly see that the structure of the market has now shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend. The structure of the market has now shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend, where we will now begin to see the market make series of higher highs and higher lows. Guys, this is our monthly time frame. Take note of that. And like I rightly said initially from the start of the video, we are considering a top-down analysis where we'll be starting from the monthly time frame and we'll work our way through all the way down to the daily time frame and the 4 hours time frame. So yes, we can see clearly price makes an equal higher high, an equal high. We can see price now found multiple number of resistance around this point, around this blue rectangular area. Price has found multiple number of what? Resistance. So price came a first time and bounced off, came a second time and bounced off. Now price came and we are seeing price forming an overextended W, not your regular kind of W, an overextended W, and then price now came back to this resistance that has been respected multiple number of times, 1, 2, 3, 4 previously, and we can see a breakout, a candlestick that is closing above this resistance, which is confirming that what price has defied the most recent resistance. Price has defied this resistance because of the candlestick that has broken and closed above it, and we can now see price has gotten far away above that resistance. But if you've been following what we've been discussing from our previous videos, you would remember I rightly said whenever a resistance is broken, resistance becomes what? Resistance now becomes a support. So price breaks this resistance in order for what? Price to come back here and now do what? And now find what? Support for a more massive movement what? To the upside, respecting what? Our trend structure, which is price making series of higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. Yes, that's what we said. Okay, so price now breaks this. In other words, previous resistance broken now turns support. So guys, price is most likely headed for this zone. From our monthly time frame analysis, price, we can now see price undergoing a sell. We see after the breakout 1, 2 very healthy buy candlesticks, and then we can now see that price is finding its way back to the downside, most likely headed for what? Our previous resistance now turned, monthly resistance now turned support. Yes, that is that, guys. And then there's something we would want to take note of. Okay, yes, this is all for the monthly time frame. Yeah, this is all for the monthly time frame. So we would be expecting price to now get back to our previous monthly resistance now turned support. This is all for the monthly time frame. Let's get down now to our weekly time frame and then to our daily time frame. We want all time frames to be in confluence, to be saying the same thing, and then this will influence our trade decisions. Remember, I rightly said our direction, we need our monthly and our weekly and our daily time frame for the direction of the market. So yes, from the monthly time frame, we can see that price is headed. The direction of the market is what? A sell market headed for where? For the previous monthly resistance, now turn support. So our bias from the monthly time frame is sell. Let's see what the weekly time frame is telling us. Okay guys, this is our weekly time frame, and again we can see clearly our overextended W we got from the monthly time frame. It's looking much clearer now here. Overextended W all the way to the upside with a breakout of this multiple resistance zone, and now we can now see price finding its way back down here. We can now see price finding its way back down here. And take note of something guys, if we would bring out our Fibonacci, because we can see now an impulsive movement from this point to this point, and we can see what we would be expecting is what? This might most likely be our pullback. Like I said initially, after an impulsive movement there will always be a pullback. So where is this pullback most likely going to end? That is the job of the Fibonacci. So we can now take from swing low to swing high. Come with me guys, let's see what's playing out here. Yes, this is what's playing out. From our swing low to our swing high, where is the pullback most likely going to end guys? Take note, we said the strong reversal areas are the 38.2, 50.0, 61.8, and lastly the 78.6. Take note guys, we can see price came right down into the 38.2, and then we had a movement again to the upside. Most likely price is stalling now to move back much to the downside. Yes, that's what I would be expecting price to do, because now if we consider the market structure, previous monthly resistance broken will most likely now turn resistance. So I want to consider the Fibonacci area with the point that with the Fibonacci area that best coincides with the market structure. That will be my very sought after pull back endpoint, and that is what the 61.8. This is our shaded, our blue shaded zone right from the monthly time frame, which was our monthly resistance broken, now turn support, and we can now see that that coincides very well with our 61.8 Fibonacci area. So yes, indeed, I would expect the market now to sell all the way down to the 61.8 Fibonacci area. So yes, this is an extra confirmation of what we got from the monthly time frame. So we can see that the monthly and the weekly time frame is very much still in confluence. So we are expecting the market to sell all the way to our 61.8 Fibonacci points. We're expecting our market to sell all the way to our 61.8 Fibonacci points. Which is also coinciding with our monthly previous resistance now turn support. So if I take this out, guys, the weekly and the monthly time frame are very much still saying the same thing, guys. So let's get down to the daily time frame and let's see what's playing out in our daily time frame. Okay, taking note of something that's playing out here too, guys. We could see clearly that price came all the way to the upside, came back down and up, and it's very obvious that price is finding some kind of has been finding some kind of support here. Price has been finding some kind of support here, Let's confirm that with our line chart. Yes. So yes, we can see this is the close of the candlestick. This is so the line chart helps us get the candlestick's closes much better. The line chart helps us get our candlestick closes much better. We can see price closed. So yes, there is a support. Previously, there has been a previous weekly support right at that point. Take note of this, guys. There's been a weekly support, and then we can see price now came and closed right below this weekly support. And then at the end of the day, because support now turns what? Resistance. Support broken now turns resistance. Let me get back to our candlestick. Yes, support broken now turns resistance. You can see after the close of this sell, very big bearish sell candlestick, we can see price now gets back up to find what? Resistance. And this is confirming what? Our sell trade. This is confirming our sell trade. So yes, our analysis right from the monthly time frame is very much still on point. So we are on a sell bias from the monthly time frame all the way down to the weekly time frame. Yes, gold is in for a sell. Gold is in for a sell, and we would be considering gold is in for a sell, yeah, for a sell all the way, for a sell all the way to the 1376.69 area. That is gold for you. We are saying gold is very much in for a sell. So now let's get down to the daily time frame and let's see what's happening. Don't forget, guys, we said our direction is meant to be identified from the monthly, the weekly, and the daily time frame. That's what gives us the direction of the market. So now on our daily time frame, we can now see how this plays out very well. Support. Now broken. We can see price now coming back to this same point to do what? To find that resistance there. So yes, guys, we should be looking out for selling opportunities from the gold in the next couple of weeks. At the open of market next week and the next couple of weeks, we should be seeing gold having some sell momentum to the 137.2 area. Yeah, that is gold for you. And then because we have gotten the direction of the market from the monthly, the weekly, and the daily time frame, our 4 hours time frame, we will be monitoring our 4 hours time frame for price action. Yeah, that's what confirms our entry. Price action is what confirms our entry, and we can see from the 4 hours time frame, something is happening here right from the 4 hours time frame, guys. Something is happening right from the 4 hours time frame. So you can see we are very much still bullish. From our 4 hours time frame, we are very much still bullish, and we would not want to go into a sell yet till you can see price has been finding multiple support here. Let's get back to our line chart again. Yes, we can see first this is a close just at this point, so there's a support there, there is another support there. So yes, we would not want to consider selling gold just yet. We would not want to consider selling gold just yet, guys. We would not want to consider selling gold just yet, even if we have said that from the monthly and the weekly and the daily time frames our bias is a sell. We would not want to do that just yet. We would want to enter the market at the right time. Even if our bias is a sell, we would want the structure of the market right from the 4 hours time frame to change to a bullish structure, to a bearish, from a bullish to a bearish structure. And how How does this happen? I've identified clearly from the 4 hours time frame that there is support. All right, at this point, let's get back to our candlestick. So what would we wait to see? What do we want to see in order to confirm or get into our sell trade? Because yes, the 4 hours time frame is necessary or is very good for our entry. So what we would want to do is we would want to see price come and now take out this. We would want to see price come and now take out this support from our 4 hours time frame and then come back to find what a resistance there, and that will be the best time to do what, to consider selling gold all the way for some very good reasonable profit, guys. Yes, so that is what we are saying, guys. So it would be very unwise to take a sell on gold now, because from the 4 hours time frame you will be selling off a support. You will be selling off a support, and no, guys, you don't want to do that. You want gold from the 4 hours time frame to take out this support, this temporary support, and now come back to find what resistance there, and that will be the best time to what, get into your sell trade, guys. So it's just a matter of being a little bit patient. Let the market do its thing and let the market play out the way you want it to. Allow the market come to you, guys. Allow the market come to you. See you in the next video, guys.